Alright, what's going on, everyone? So today let's get off of work, and I'm gonna take another stab at the fusion with the amp. So I think I'm pretty much going to go back over as far as the wiring, put endings on it, especially I need for the hood. I thought I was going to use a regular fuse like I showed y'all, but I ended up buying a circuit breaker for it. That way I could just tap it to trip it, or reset it, so we ain't got to worry about fuses like that. I guess the back seat, I'm gonna go ahead and put a fuse distribution block on it, and try to mount this 4-channel amp hopefully, and run the wires for the radio, the RCAs, and the speaker wire. So other than that, let's jump into it. Alright, so I know last video that I left y'all off on, I pretty much tucked the amp wire beside the battery. So on this end, I'm gonna go ahead and strip it and pretty much put an end on it, a 4-gauge end, so I can put the circuit breaker on and have that set. And I'm gonna go to the back and pretty much put a fuse distribution block on it for the 4-channel amp, and also I'm gonna end up putting a mono block amp for my sub. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, get that off. First thing you do is twist the wire up. Got this connector right here that I got from Lowe's. So pretty much gonna twist it up like that. Looks sort of like that. The next thing I'm gonna do is try to crimp it. Then I'm gonna use some channel locks. Alright, so I got the channel locks. Let's smash it up. There we go. Good, Gucci. Give it one more little smash like that. Tug on it. Pretty much good. It's locked in. You can choose to cut the access strands off if you want to. To me, I don't care actually. So let's flip this over like that. Now if you have a heat gun or a lighter or a small torch lighter, you use that to shrink it down. So in my case, I'm gonna use a lighter to shrink it. Alright, so I got it shrinked up. Ain't going nowhere. Connect ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to go ahead and put the circuit breaker on and lay it back right here. Then we're gonna hop in the back to where I'm gonna put the distribution block at. Alright, so I got my circuit breaker. It's rated at 150 amps, and this side is for the amps load, and this side's for the battery. Pretty much Just gonna loosen it. Put the tire moves around it. Alright, so that's how the circuit breaker go. Alright, so I actually tucked it back, run it over the other side, and zip tie it on the harness that's down here. So the harness that runs from right here into the battery, I'm just gonna zip tie it to it around, so I won't hit anything that's hot. And pretty much be it for the front until we're ready to wire it up and get it running. Alright, so got everything zip tied. That's about the way. Right there, right there. So it's going underneath for the battery pan, up behind the brake distribution block into the firewall where the driver cabin is at, or the driver side cabin, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so we're getting ready to move to the back, underneath for the driver's seat. We're gonna put this distribution fuse at for both of the amps. So let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, so I got a Scorch distribution block, 2-in-1. So 4 gauge will go in, and on this side where it's supposed to be an 8 gauge wires for 1 and 2. So the 4 channel will go in here, and a monoblock subwoofer. So we'll go ahead and crack this case open, and we'll go ahead and mount it. Alright, so this is how it look. The Scorch distribution block with the fuses in it. One of them I already know, probably about to change to a 50 amp. And like I said, you got the 3 sides. That's for your inlet from 4 gauge. Of course, you got the 2 for the fuses, which goes to your amps. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this dismantled. Comes with the 2 screws to mount, if I can show them. Right there. So should be supposed to open this up, and you got the 2 mounts right there where you mount it down to the surface you're gonna mount it to. All right, so I'm going to check the space right here where the panel comes up beside the seats. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Now what I'm thinking, it should be enough clearance to just mount it somewhat right here. So let's go ahead and check it and see. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a clearance. So probably will have to pull the seat and probably try to go right here. Oh man, so just pulled the seat. When you have kids, this is the mess and tragedies that you are messing with. their snacks, straws, and food and bottle caps go at. So I think I found a place where I can mount it at. It's pretty much on this plate right here. So I'll go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up and mount it where I showed you where the bracket is at. Alright, so thinking about mounting the amp somewhere up on the rear deck, possibly close where I can catch here and here, somewhere over there. So go ahead and put the amp up in the air. Pretty sure my best bet is probably right there. Yep.
Are you doing another one? Wait, Ethan, don't wait the cat out. Because he's gonna go straight away now. Are you gonna hold her? Make sure you take her out. Okay. Hey guys. No one hits me now. Okay, guys. Guys, I really got the kitty a few days ago. And I don't know. Either they can't not see it. Hey, no. And she's not actually there. I'm just holding her. Hey, don't you see? Okay. Don't let the girl out. Hey Dad, where'd Mom go? Hey Dad, where'd Mom go?
She at work.
Huh?
She at work.
Yeah, I don't think you should put the key out here. Why? Because I feel like I got bad feelings she's gonna run away. She's not gonna run away. Then she'll be homeless. She wouldn't run away from us. Would you, kitty? Okay. They paying attention to Dad and me. Okay, come on. Come on, dude. Okay.
Alright, so that's the distribution block. I pretty much, like I said, just took the fuses out. There's like 2 screws, one right there and one behind this fuse that you can mount it to this piece of metal bracket for the seat, and that's pretty much it for the mounting bracket. So pretty much threw my remote wire to the other side. That's where I have my amp mounted at. I'm gonna flip this down. See where the wire is at that's coming down. That's where my amp is at. The other side, inside that panel, right there. That's where I'm gonna drop the wire at. See how I got the black wire fished. So I'm gonna use that as a tape fish to pull it. Let's go back here to the trunk. I'll show you how I got the amp mounted. That's how it looks, mounted up in the air. Underneath for the rear deck. I pretty much use for these self-tapping screws. You see one right there. And there's another one on this back side. And over here, two more. So that's pretty much it for as far as mounting it. So we'll go ahead and try to get these wires underneath for the seat again, for the speakers and the RCA. Alright, so I'm gonna use some painter's tape. Try to wrap them around and then pull the speaker wire through. Alright, voila, here we go. Just keep this through like so. Alright, so we have our 4 channels for speakers, which we want to run up to the front behind the radio. Splice those in for the speakers. I think that's pretty much it. I think next thing I need to do back here is get these power wires in, screw down, grounded, and connected to the power source, the distribution block. So let me go ahead and get that together, and we'll be back. Alright, so we got our power wires and stuff. We'll go ahead and use some tester tape to tape it up. So got some tester tape. Just gonna keep it up. Like so. Pretty hard to keep these wires still. They're even. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm gonna show y'all what I have done as far as pulling the wires, the 4 channel and the power wires, and that's pretty much it. I think the next video well, not even probably, but I'm gonna show y'all how to make the RCAs. which is making them from RG6 cables that you run in your house for TV. So I'm gonna show you how to make those. Pretty much we're gonna finish hooking the power lines up and hopefully run these speaker wires and the RCAs to the dash, to the radio. So other than that, I'm gonna show y'all where I put the wires at, where they going in at, and that's pretty much it. All right, so thus far under the seat, I got the 4-channel wires for the speakers that we're gonna splice into, the power line for the battery, excuse me, for the battery and the remote turn on. I got my ground over here, which is gonna ground it to this plate, as you see, right there. Flip the seat down. And my amp is mounted right there. I'm gonna show you the wires. So we got the 4-channel wires right there for the speakers and the power wires. That's tested taped up and drop behind the panel. So like I was saying, next video, we go ahead, make these RCAs, drop behind the dash, and hopefully we have sound. So other than that, please subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up so we can get this content rolling, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.